right, so before we go into the full Gumbup, I want to check your stances first. Make sure we're all on the same page. So let's go from, just from attention here, let's go out into Cheyunse with your right foot. Let me see where everybody is at. All right, switch them. Okay, go back to the right here and make a Dado-se. Let me see what your Dado-se is looking like. Front toe and back heel should be pretty much on the same line. Front foot, pigeon in. All right, switch them. You guys look pretty good. Bring your front foot over a little bit. There you go. You can actually rotate your right shoulder towards me some. There's your right foot. Okay. You can take your front foot and go that way. So right now you have, I'm going to use this line as a guide. So if I put my big toe on the back line, my heel on the back line, I want my front foot on that front toe on that line. Oh, you're crossed a little bit here. Okay. So it should be like this, not too much like that. Okay? You can bring this one over just a little bit. So just your big toe on your line and your heel on your back foot. So there's no gap width-wise this way, toe and heel, same.
May I ask a question about when we're doing like the cutting sequence and we turn from the front?
You're gonna be pigeon-toed on that one.
So do we still go in a straight line, but our feet are just a little more twisted?
That's correct. You're not gonna move. So when you make this move here and turn, this one you're not gonna be able to maintain that line. So you're gonna make your cut off a lot. Okay, thank you. Not so much, just gonna adjust a little bit off is fine. What you don't wanna do is get in the habit of doing this. You're moving, you're gonna end up walking the floor, okay? So that move, long turn, just a little bit off, okay? All right, Soro-se, transition right into a Soro-se. Front foot and turn it just a little bit. There you go. Same. Okay. Switch them. Good job. Give us it. All right, let's go from attention. Show me how you get there. How do you get there? Go. Good. Outside edge of your feet, pulled up as best you can. Everybody's flexibility is a little different. So outside edge, knees down inside. Okay, taekwondo.
I'm done again.
So horse dance, jutsu sogi. Gumbup difference is your knee out of the way for your sword. That's the reason your knees come in. Same on Dado-se, knees out of the way for your sword. All right, these stances look pretty good. Oh, we didn't do back stance. Twiste. Let me see twiste. See where we're at on twiste. All right, pretty good. Everybody use a seam. Put your heel on the seam. Put what's going to be your front foot to the outside edge of your heel. So one thing that's real easy, people make a mistake on this one, is they line their front foot up on the inside. So when they step out, their front foot is like, I'm going to exaggerate here, but it's like really far over here, right? Which causes your upper body to get out of whack. So it should be on the outside edge of your heel, and then about 2 feet forward. This is the same exact stance as a taekwondo back stance. Nothing is different here on this stance.
No twisting.
No twisting in on this one. Everything straight. Shoulders should be comfortable. This is too much turn. 45 degrees. This is comfortable, right? This is comfortable. Weight leaning on your back, 70% or so on your back. That looks pretty good. All right, switch. Good. Okay, good. Gumbup Il Bun. Cheerio. Let me see everybody's attention. Okay, so from attention, take your sword, line it up right here. Okay? There's 2 rules of thought in Gumdo. For attention, your mag can be lined up to the center of your body, or the end of your sword, gum cut, can be lined up to the center of your body. Koryo Gumdo, we choose this one just to keep everybody consistent. Okay? There's no magic between here and here, just consistency. So attention stance, your sword should be here. When you make Gumbup, your sword should come to the outside for junior belts. For black belts, you just take your hand over here because when you draw, you can turn your body and make your draw. You do not need to physically move the sword. So does everybody understand? Talking too much. Does everybody understand the difference here between basic Gumbup? You got a white belt trying to start out, and you need to move the sword over here to the side. When you're advanced and you make Gumbup, this is fine because when you step, your advanced group is going to turn. That sword's going to go straight. Step. You guys understand the difference between the 2? Okay. So from here, everybody, chariot, line up your mag right at the center of your body. Your other hand can drop down to your side, right there. Okay. Gumbup. Pal Bun. Okay, bring your this so when you make that J inside here, 1, 2, don't go too wide. All right, so tip of your sword should be super sternal notch right there, that height. Okay, 1. All right, borrow back. Let's go back here. All right. Chamber right here. Step out and block up right there. Drop your elbows a little bit. 2. Now it should drop, your sword should drop. John, is it right? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Drop your sword all the way level with your belt.
Yes, sir.
It's a
Thank
full
you,
cut right there. Okay. All right, for the next one, I want everybody to take your sword and turn it clockwise. So the back is to the flags, and I want you to turn and chamber and block right on that. Drop your hand just a little bit. Drop your arms a little bit. Three. All right, same thing for the upper block on the next one. Turn counterclockwise. 1, 2, block up. Don't move. This one thing you want to check. Everybody's doing a pretty good job. You want to check? People will block like this. Get your hands wide open. Okay. All right. Take your tip out just a little bit. All right. So right now, when you hold, everybody relax for a second. I'm going to take on you just for a second.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But it's in a good way. Do you see the grip with his backhand? So he's made that adjustment so that he can get his wrist together and drop. But right now, when you do that, if I hit really hard right here, you don't have any grip. That is correct. So do not change your grip. So when you go from here to here, it should be the same grip. Do not adjust, especially that back hand, and hold up. You want to pull that down so that you have enough stability on a hard hit, okay? All right. Next one, we're going to do a right cut all the way back. 6, 7, left cut. 8, straight cut, Kia. All right, turn, chamber, block up. Nice tight grip. 10, rotate, sword 11. Everybody want to look good doing Gumdo?
Yes, sir.
Only Mel. Mel, I go by Mel, is that correct? Okay. All right, we checked our stances at the beginning. You guys had really good back stands, they look really nice. It looks like this. And then we do Gumbup, it looks like this. Legs get tired. Okay? Your legs get tired, so we do this. Ask me if I care if your legs get tired.
Do you care, sir?
I do not. Okay? Right here. Right here. All right? Nice and low. Okay? Straight cut, go. Rotate, chamber, block. Bring in just a little bit, and watch your back end too. There you go. Okay. Drop, drop. Good. How old are you?
20.
20. Youngest one probably in the room right here. All right, you should have a nice deep stance. Okay. Right cut. Left cut. Straight cut. Key up. Okay, from here, turn your sword over. Do not change your hands. Just turn your sword. So you have a reverse grip. Pull the sword over your head and rotate your feet. Okay, come back here. Come back here. Watch. Do not move your back foot. Okay, so don't go like this. All right? When you turn around, you're going to be pigeon toed. It's going to look weird. Right there. Okay, your front foot's going to be really sideways. It's going to look a little goofy.
But bent.
Bent. No, just like regular JNC. So you have a little bit, but not like, not here, but not all the way straight. Just relax a little bit, JNC. High position here. That looks pretty good. All right, now step back and go to regular JNC and drop in the guard. You want to take your left. There you go. Okay. Dado say, drop back, turn that front toe in. Drop back, turn that front toe in. Chamber up, make your window right here. Hands should be on your Jeep. Blood shape. Now can you straighten that arm out? Is that there? Perfect. Okay, line your tip up right with your knee. All right, without looking, hands together. When you draw your sword in, okay, this is going to be normal, Japanese style, across the body. Korean style, straight ahead, straight into your opponent, straight ahead, into the sword, into the scabbard, and then rear leg steps forward. And then your sword comes back and lines to the center. Relax. Questions? Want to practice that a couple times? All right, let's do that. Everybody drop down into a dado say, nice long dado say. Up, make a little window right here. All right, it's like coming in from a rainstorm with an umbrella. There you go. Lock them out, nice and straight. 1, 2. 1, 2. It shouldn't sound like you're cutting. You're not cutting. Sideways.
You're ending with the blade forwards.
You're ending with the blade forward, but you're not. So the angle that I'm making downward, my sword does not follow that angle. My sword is sideways. All I'm doing is shaking blood off. I'm not trying to make a cut here. Okay, so just turn your hand. It should sound flat. If it sounds like a cut, okay. That was like a cut. There's a cut. Okay? That's a blood shape. All right?
So do you ever put your scabbard out to your blade?
Sure, you can. You can be fancy if you want to be. I do it a lot.
Fancy.
It's fine. You can. That's okay, no problem. Don't be fancy. That's the art side of it. Okay, so not a big deal. Good. All right, good question. Yep. Just, so I see some of you already go on the return, and this is a habit. Cross your body. And around. Okay? Do not do that. Not in no-no. This is a no-no. That's a no-no. This is a no-no. This is a no-no. Okay, so straight at your opponent. If I'm returning this way and you go to attack again, I have my sword right like this. I can't do anything about it. If I'm returning and you go to attack again, I'm out, and I can make a cut. Understand? Are we good on Il Bun? Yes, sir. Okay, we should be. All right. Ee Bun. Koryo. Can you see that attention? Gumbup Pal Bun. Bring out to the side just a little bit. So this is a full angle cut right here. Step, left cut. cut. Turn under, step, right cut. Step, left cut. All right, show me your sweep.
That's a very rounded like this. Is that correct, sir?
Okay, so if your sword's out here, I got my cut.
You pull your front leg back.
I'm sorry?
Front leg comes back.
Slide back just a little bit. Tiger stance. Low tiger stance. 1, 2.
So if you go right hand, or no, it's not.
Okay. All right, so from here, step, turn your blade, sweep. Chamber, block.
Elbow out.
Elbow out. Chamber, block. Elbows in. On this one. Left side, in. Okay, this one should be straight across though. Right here. Okay, it's like a box. You should do that right there.
So, sir, Mage is.
Mine's usually about past your shoulder height right here. Depends on where you're blocking in reality. That's perfect right there for your Gumbup. Okay? If we're doing sparring, right, this, depending on where the person's doing the strike, right? So, Taekwondo, outside middle block, fingers aligned with the shoulder. Gumdo, Mag, line across the center of the chest. Top of your patch is perfect right there. Okay? Your front line might want to shuffle back just a little bit for the next one. Chamber. Chamber, sort of say, ayo! That looks pretty good. Turn, cut. Step cut. Turn cut. Step cut. Sweep. One, 2. Ayo! Hey! Hey! Turn cut. Step cut. Turn cut. Step cut. All right, show me the next position that you're going to go to. Show me what that looks like. Raise your sword up right there and pull your handle to your forearm. So you make that cut. 1, 2.
At the end, one to the right leg. We were talking about that.
Sir, do Taekwondo forms usually start the leg that steps out, it's the leg that moves back last?
Taekwondo always left leg,
Always left.
except for 2. One color belt form, take a yuk, right leg comes back. A couple of black belt forms, the right leg comes back. Almost always is the left leg. Gumbup follows the same pattern, left leg. Taekwondo shoot every form except 1 color belt form, 2 black belt forms, always in the same spot. Gumdo kind of follows that, but if you don't end up exactly in the same spot on a couple, that's okay. It's less important and it's not really judged in competition. But moving the left leg would be. So we're gonna make sure you don't step back with the right leg.
Yes, sir.
Incorrectly, so the left leg. All right, questions on Ee Bun?
Question about each stance, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the ideal width for that?
So if you can't, so it should be 2 feet. If you go at an angle, and you go at an angle, and you go at angles, this angle's shorter, that angle's in, you should be about 2 of your feet, not 2 feet like 24 inches. It's about 2 of your feet. So if you're a tall person with longer feet, you might have a little bit wider stance. Less tall person might need a little bit in. So you're about 2 feet apart. Okay. Well, any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sam, chariot. Remember, sword, line, there we go. Okay. Pal Bun. Hey! 1.
I taught him that.
That'll be a hard one for you guys to break. You're gonna have to watch and check every time. Okay. 2. So to say, this should be a nice Nice. 3. You want to come back to the jot. 1, 2, block. Easy. Just. All right, turn block. Step cut. Step cut. Block on the way up and cut. Yep, so everybody, let's see. Everybody back here. Block up. This should come right past your back, right here. So begin your block, past your back, step back, cut. It should end coming out of your belt. That should be where your sword ends right there. Good. The angle that you have on here matches the angle that you just made with that cut. So, chamber. Turn block. Show me your next move. Next move, everybody back here. 1, drop. Take your front foot and go forward. Take your back foot and turn and make a cut right here. This is like a de-dose, start-dose kind of a combination, right? It's mostly a de-dose in terms of length, but your heel can be up and that back knee can be bent just a little bit right here. So this is a cutting move across, chamber from here, start-dose, thrust and a key out. Turn and block. Show me your next move. Good job, good job. Nice de-dose. Next move. All of those have a block, so good question. So after your de-dose here, this is a blocking motion, back, make your cut. This is a blocking motion, make your cut. Okay, turn, upper block, back stance. De-dose, cross cut. That's good. Blocking motion, block, step, back stance, cut. Blocking motion, step, cut. Blocking, cut. Step and cut. There's going to be an extra step right there. You rise. Straight, there you go. Heel flat. Back, well, yeah, it's okay if you, it's a de-dose, but if your heel comes up in the back, it's not as strict as that one. So if you make,
I think I've been doing it as a soda.
this is not a soda but if you come up a little bit on the back heel, it's okay. This is a regular de-dose rising cut. All right, chamber, soda, trust, Kia.
Hey!
All right, next move. Next move. You're okay. You're gonna make one step, make that turn. It's gonna be pigeon-toed. All right, blood shake on this one. Show me. Good job. De-dose, way back there. Back leg, way back. There you go. Same position, out a little bit. Okay, good. Check. That's pretty good.
Short question. On the first time we're going that way, you had your sword up here. As our next side at the shoulder.
Strong shake. You can bring it like a baseball bat, sort of thing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did you have another question? Anybody else have any questions? Water break. Okay. So, a little philosophical talk. That kind of stuff, a lot of schools they don't enforce. Okay? You'll see, I see this all the time when I go down to Puerto Rico, even the instructors. I walk into a room, that's usually how your swords sitting up. So usually we start the class with push-ups. If they can't figure out that that's why, we do more push-ups. And then until I come over, I have to knock them all down. Right? So the thing about this is, unlike more modern martial arts like taekwondo or karate, certain MMA jiu-jitsu, competition aspect of this, of those martial arts, and it's not life or death. I mean, you're not going to kill anybody in Taekwondo. I mean, you could with a kick, but it's pretty rare. So you can go to a tournament, you can spar, and that's it. So the techniques that you're practicing are for that kind of sparring. You have self-defense aspects of it, but you don't compete with those. So you get to practice them in class, and that's pretty much the end of it, unless you have to use it in real life. Gumdo, we have Gumbup, which you can compete with, and you get graded on all of the details and how well you execute, same as you do Taekwondo Pumse. And we can do foam sparring or judo sparring. But the reality of this martial art is, if you really think about what you're doing, you're either killing somebody else or you're getting killed. If you're in Taekwondo and karate and you throw a punch, you're punching somebody and they're not dying. Right? You hit them and they might hit you back, but nobody's really dying there. Every cut that you're making here, you're either cutting an opponent and killing them, or you're getting cut and you're dying yourself. So mentally, this has to be a different mindset. The problem is, most schools teach this just the same way they do Taekwondo. Especially because it's fun, and there's Star Wars, and it's swords, and it's exciting, and yada, yada, yada. But the reality of what you're doing is, there were people that lived in life, and this was their job. They get up in the morning, they have a cup of coffee, if they had coffee, tea, whatever it was that they drank, and they walked out, and if they weren't good at their job, they didn't come back home at the end of the day. They were dead. I mean, that's the reality of what we're doing here. So when you're going through your Gumbup, when you're working through Gumdo in general, to train properly, you have to have that mindset. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. Little things like holding onto your sword. If that's a habit for you and you left for work, your job was to be a Gumdo protector of somebody, you're dead. You would never make it back home after the first day. Okay? So that's the way I teach it, because I think it adds a whole new level of seriousness to this. So you can be a Taekwondo sparrer, and if you miss a kick and get kicked, oh, they got a point, oh, I got a bruise, it hurt a little bit. If you're bad at this, you die. I mean, that's the thing here, right? If you're bad at this, you die. Okay? All right, let's go on with the next one. Sa Bun. Chil Bun. Pal Bun. Show me your next move. All right, stop right here. 1, 2. I want everybody to drop right back here. Take your left hand and lay it right here. Just lay it. 1, 2. 1 for the draw. 2. 1 for the draw. 2. Swords turned. Swords turned. There's my first move. There's my second move. Okay? When you make your step over, you're going to take your left hand and push it underneath and make your grip. So you're here, step. This is a transition step. So 1, 2, 3. But it's important that you get the transition step. So let's come back and do that again. 1, 2, 3. Now you're ready for a rising cut. Now you can make your cut. Okay. Everybody understand it?
So does it say now?
No, this is a data set. But you can have your heel up, you're reaching, it's fine, it's not a problem. Block. Sorose. Alright, let's come back here. You guys are pretty good. Sorose. 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 Alright, when you go to the next cut, take your back foot and step back. Step, cut. This is a full deidose with the heel flat. Your sword should be straight out from your shoulder, straight across. All right, good job. Now, drop the sword behind you, step into another deidose, and pull the sword up over your head. Relax, relax, relax. Right there, perfect. Forward a little bit. This is your attack stance. High position. Ready to go? Step in here. All right. Turn. Turn. Step and sweep. Step and cut. Block. Step and cut. Back leg. Step back, turn and cut. Go. Drop. High. Middle. Block, step, cut. She's an angle. Step, turn your right shoulder under your sword. Then everybody know what you're doing right there?
Cutting off the head?
No.
All right.
Cutting something though.
Am I backing up my other hand? Is that what
That's a balance. This is like a balance. There's a couple, I'll talk about that in a second. You're cutting the Achilles tendon of the person next to you. Their body. So everybody relax. You're in that stance, you guys are gonna get tired. Okay, you're cutting right here. So when you step, you're blocking, stepping, cutting. So that's the target that you're cutting. Right? So he's tendon, right there. That's what you're taking out right there. Okay? There's a couple of I guess kind of thought concepts, if you will, on what you're doing with the other hand. Okay? So some will argue, and I didn't invent these forms, so I have to interpret as well. Some will argue this is a kind of a balance, so it's one hand and you're kind of balancing your body. Others will argue that there's another person over here and your open hand, knife hand, that person's tendon. Whatever. The hands are coming across here. Some schools will just drop straight down. We drop across and they nice and balanced there. Okay, but the primary thing you're doing here with the sword is cutting the tendon of your opponent. So that's what you guys got to be thinking about. Make a block, step and cut. Take them out there.
So this is a normal high block up.
It's a normal high block after here, but you're turning your body underneath. So this step, this is not a count. You wouldn't count from this position, it's a transition, right? So 1, 2. Okay? The reason you're gonna turn under, you don't wanna go in straight like this, because now you're not set up for that next cut, right? So if you drop your shoulder in, then you can wind and make the cut back. It's low, it's gotta go right there. So, okay, that's the target. All right, everybody good there?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go back to this spot right here. So we've just turned and we've cut, we'll step, we'll cut. Now we're gonna go up one block, turn one block, and everybody show me, so you should be facing right here. Elbow should be out, right across your body here. And then show me your setup for the thrust. Let me see what everybody looks like. Take your right hand, put it next to your ear. Right there, that's where this should be, right here. Turn and thrust. Good job, next move. Everybody forgot? Okay, relax. Okay.
That's a great tongue slow to get
All right, you're gonna have to do just watch this. So 1, 2, saber, thrust. You guys did a really good job of turning. A lot of people will do this. Okay, so don't do that. If you see a student in your school doing that, come and help them. They're gonna put their ankle on their knee. 1, 2, turn, low, right here, look low, back, heel up. 1, 2.
Is that a fast slice?
slice, that's a cut. Yes, sir. So 1, 2. Okay, heel up. Then disarm. 1, 2. From here, you're hitting their sword. Hit, cut. All right, so let's go. Trust. Stay low if you can, if you have the need for it. Turn in chamber. And then don't cut yet. Push back, cut. Heel up. Then disarm. Pop. All right, relax. Grab a drink here real quick. Talking and doing sometimes kind of cool. On the disarm. Do not get fancy. Do not open your hand up like this. Do you know why? You're knocking their sword out. So if your hand's loose to make it look flashy, you're gonna hit their sword and you're gonna drop your own sword. Real quick. All right? Grip.
It's gonna happen once today.
Grip. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down. Do not open your hand up. 1, 2. Cut. Chamber. Thrust. Turn. Cut. Heel up. Disarm. Block. Step. Cut. All right. Show me the next one. Let's see where we're at on this. Block a little bit above your head. Above your, there you go, right there. Good. I want to see you. Go. Hey! Let's do that again. You should end in a back stance. Go. Hey! Pretty good. All right. Yeah, it's going to be. This is really a hard move. All right, the one thing, you guys did pretty good. Relax. You guys did good. The one thing that I want to make sure that nobody did, and nobody in here did it, was this sort of a thing. 2 feet. One foot, and then the other one. This is a two foot landing here, up, cut. Boom! Solid. Okay? So if you end up doing a 1-2 sort of a thing, you just practice so you can try to get rid of that. Help your other students get rid of that as well. It should be a 2-footed, solid landing right there. Okay? All right, everybody here?
Sir, may I ask, on your sword placement, I found myself getting on blade.
You're out too far out front. You should be right out here in the middle.
Straight out front.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're here. Next move, block, sorose, cut. Let me see where everybody's at on the next one. Go. All right, relax. Okay, this move is slow. So after you've done your sorose here, you're turning, clearing the room. All right, so this is not a hard cut. You should hit about 45 degrees from your body in this position. So you've killed, you jumped, you killed. Everybody's dead. You think. Understand? Okay. Let's go to the sorose and the cut. Left leg's in front, make your cut. Take your sword up, turn, clear the room, clear the space. Yes, sir. Good. Drop. Good? Questions?
No, sir. I did have one question. On the churning, I call it testing the waters. I don't know it's called. This guy?
Yes.
It's blocking, foot placement, then turn.
Block, step, cut. Block, step, cut.
And I step out.
You step 45 degrees, so when you turn, you're in JNC.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It should be a JNC when you're there. Okay? You are in a JNC here. Everybody check them. JNC. JNC. JNC, JNC.
We had to do it. We were stepping just like a little officer.
Oh, that's.
I think we should slid our foot back there or something. Yeah, because I always thought it was this. Yeah, like a real. And yeah, that's why I called it testing the waters, because it's like you're dangerously touching.
2. 1, 2.
Thank you, sir.
JNC to JNC. It's just a transition is all it is. JNC to JNC.
We spin a lot better on our floors and our school.
Yeah.
My toes are getting hot.
I know these toes are getting. So same on after you made this move and you're here. Okay. 1, 2. JNC. JNC. Walking stance to walking stance. Walking stance to walking stance. All of those are exactly the same. Walking stance to walking. All right, water break. All right, where are we at? O Bun? O Bun. Okay. Chariot. So you guys should start right here, remember. Should be right here, nice and straight right here. Okay? You can make it. You can be this way. You can be this way. Turn your body. Pal Bun. Out. 1. Take your finger.
Point it or don't?
Don't. No. You can have it relaxed, but don't have it sticking up.
Yes,
Your
sir.
sword should be just slightly down. Tip should be slightly down, and your foot, toes up here and down. It's right here. Okay. 2. 3. Right there. Perfect. Right there. Sir, you want to be in a back stance when you step back there. Sorry. There we go. Thank you. 4. Okay, relax. Now when everybody loses their balance, right?
I'm better on this one.
It's that transition, right? You go from here and then you get up here and you're like trying to get. So here, let me give you a little thing. All right. So you get here and you're getting ready for the next move. Turn this foot, get your balance, and then learn. You understand? Then, as opposed to trying to do this right here.
I see you really have your leg up. You look like
It
you're
should be,
really high.
it should be up.
Oh, up.
The knee should be about as high as your belt, if you can get it up there. Okay, taekwondo in this stance is like this. Gumdo up here. Right, and kick, and, cut. Okay. So back stance. Turn. Shift your weight. Up. Whoa. Step. Cut. Step back and cut. Yeah, so this one's, yeah, it's a transition, so after you make this one here, just, I drop my tip down and come around and make it come. So, and let that be. Okay. Next move, go. Nokia.
I got excited.
It's all right, you're young, nice and low. Everybody, front line, shuffle back a little bit. Okay, right cut, go. Left cut, go. Straight cut, go. Nokia.
He knows.
All right, from here, drop, thrust. Okay, relax. All right, so you're going to do a thrust to somebody coming to this side. So you did a cut here, thrust over.
Do not twist that front
foot, sir.
Not in this one because you're not turning in that direction.
Gotcha. That's hard to do.
So you don't want to go this way. You're not looking in this direction. Your body is still here, and the tip of your sword is coming and making a circle in. Then pull your left leg in and chamber. And then start to say, step back and thrust. Step and cut. There you go. Step back and cut. Block and cut. There you go, back stance. All right, next one. Here, take your sword, follow me here. Up. Thrust. Go into a start to say.
Watch his feet, sir. He steps back, that foot. Watch. Start from here. You can cut.
Start, go here.
Here, back step. Thrust.
Switch your.
Here, you must be up. Back to this.
Let's go from there. Back stance. Everybody back stance right here. Back stance, eyes that way. Thrust. Pull your left leg to your right and turn your body. Your blade should be to the outside. Backside should be at your elbow. Step back. Thrust again. Block, step, and cut. Step back and cut. Block, step, and cut. 1, 2, 3. All right, show me the next move. Okay, relax. All right, back stance. Turn your blade over in your hand. So rotate your hands. Step, do not bend your elbow. Cut. Okay, relax. This move is not like in Sam. You chamber and cut, right? 1, 2, 3. This move. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So this is not a wind up. Do not wind up and cut. Turn and using your left shoulder to pull the sword, cut across. Now block. Now, here's the tricky thing. Like Sa, when we step, right shoulder's under. When you cut, this right shoulder is already turned. My body's going that direction. Block up. Does everybody understand? Okay, so back stance, turn, cut, block, body's turned. Front kick, down, down, chamber, Dado-se, cut. Dado-se, we don't have enough room, we shuffle back. Okay, let's come back and do that one again. Everybody go from the upper block, let me see where you're at. Kick. Step, step, cut. All right, relax. That one should be a Dado-se. Okay. 1, 2, kick. 1, 2, cut. Dado-se. All right, show me the next move. That's okay, relax. All right. Okay. Who can explain to me what you're doing right here?
Hacking a sword, cutting, or stripping, kind of proper cuts.
Okay.
So you may be wrong.
No, it's pretty good. You are knocking the sword, but you're not cutting on the way down. Okay? All you're doing is knocking the sword out of the way. So that's not, you're coming up, around the chamber. Now, you can't, when you do the spin, you have to switch your fingers to do this. So we can go into a reverse grip.
We can't flip in the air.
You can't flip. Here's the thing. Can I borrow you for a second?
Yes, sir.
Just put your sword right out like you're in
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar. Okay. You cannot split your fingers here, and you cannot start to flip up here like this, because you're hitting their sword again. You don't have a strong grip. If he has a really strong grip and he's got two hands on it, and I go to do like this, my sword's going to be wild and he's just going to kill me. Okay? So you have to have a solid grip, and you have to hit to the back right here to get your sword out of the way. Now, once you've cleared that, then you can make the rotation to make the cut.
Yes, sir.
So on the downward, we can switch.
You can switch after you cross the center line.
Okay.
Okay? So you can change up here, but it has to be on the other side of the center line.
Yes, sir.
You can't do it on his strong side. So if I'm facing you this way, okay? Anytime, just for this move, right? I cannot make the transition anytime. No, not yet. Now I can. Because I've hit his sword out of the way. If you do it ahead of time, and a lot of people used to do it like this, you come down, split your fingers. Make it look fancy. But you got to think about what you're doing here. So you got to be able to hit. Now you can transition. You can also hit and wait until the end and transition. That's fine too, but there's no cut in the center.
So it just comes up and it comes
It
towards
comes down, and then you either transition while you're making that move down, or you transition down and right here. That's fine, as long as it's on the other side of the center line of that person's sword. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go here. Let's practice it one time. We're there. Swing up, cross that center line, make your transition, go to reverse. So you're right here, she's right here. Step, cut. This is to the neck, to their neck. Come across the body.
So to say.
So to say. Cut. Chamber right underneath your arm and turn and cut up through the groin, straight up. Chamber back underneath your armpit. Step back and cover. Kia. All right, tricky part here. Do not let go of the sword. Transition. Go to guard.
That's a slow rise.
That's a slow. It is not a cut. Okay. I go.
So this is the hand is acceptable.
That is the only way you can do it.
Behind.
Behind your back. Yes, sir. You can't let go. Two hands got to be on the sword. Is that right?
Just keep it together, like pressed up against your palms. No, no. As you rise it over your head. This is in the hand.
I thought I did it down here.
No, that's
brought
fine.
everything up.
You're going across the arm. One,
Behind your head.
two, three.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay? Good. Grab a drink. Sir. Okay. Yuk. Yuk Bun. All right, everybody up a little bit. Now, for this one, when you make Jumbi, just come right here. You don't have to come all the way over. You just come up. All right? Turn your foot. This time you're going to pivot actually on your heel because you're rotating that foot out. All right, let me see your draw. Go. You see the next move, straight up. All right, relax. Everybody know what you're doing there.
You're in a room or
I don't care where you're at.
Oh, okay. You turn, you're sneaking up on someone, sternum under chin, cut head off.
That sounds pretty good. Okay, sternum, straight down, and then when you hit, don't go sideways. This is straight back. 1, 2. Think about where their chin's at.
Blade pointed down.
So 1, 2. Now, just pivot on your feet. You're going to come around in a tiger stance. all the way around, make your cut. Transition, cut. All right, good, now relax. When you're doing that form, without the breaks and the conversation in between, you strike, you hit. 1, 2, fluid. Okay, everything is nice and
That was
fluid.
very
Okay?
simple.
Down, hit, 1, 2, 3. Okay, come back, we'll do it one more time. This form, this is like the cat form. So she like moving like, you got the cats. She's moving like a cat. Okay, she's really fluid. All the other forms up to now are like kind of choppy. This one, fluid, 1, 2, fluid. 1, 2, 3. Everything that's all together right there. Okay, so even after you make the cut, don't stop and then have some awkward transition to the chamber for the next one. Cut, cut. Everything flow through. Okay? So everybody try here. 1, 2, spin. 1, around, 2, step and cut, 3. Nice job. Okay, next one. Block out, leave the sword there, thrust. Block out, leave the sword there, tip in the center, thrust. Turn, sweep low, tiger stance now, tiger stance, single hand upper block. Same sort of move here. After you make the block up, you chamber up here, okay? 1, 2. All right, block out, thrust. Block out, thrust. 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands. Okay, this move is like Sa Bun, except it's a straight cut and not a left cut. So step, turn, straight cut. Why? I don't know. That's the way they made that form. Okay? Maybe that's the opening and the person was blocking to the left. I'm not sure, but it's not magic. Now it just happens to be a straight cut. All right. Let me see the next move. Pretty good. Let's go back and do that again. All right. 1, 2. Chop. Extra motion right there. Okay? 1, 2. Now, left hand, push. 1, 2, left hand, push. Turn, cut. You should be nice and low right here. Okay? Spin. Back stance, upper body, single hand. Soto say, 2 hand. Chamber, left, thrust. Soto say. Turn, cut. Turn, high guard, Dado say. Step to guard. 1, 2, chamber. Thrust. Spin and cut. Turn high. Step to guard. Step out, block, straight cut. One, 2, left hand, 3. Turn left. Bend those knees.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, your Gumbup will look better because of your height. If you stand up with your legs straight, you look like you have no solid foundation. Low, up. Start to cut and then reach up with your left, cut 1. Step forward, cut 2. 1, 2. All right, let's do that again. Back stance, single. Cut 1. Step forward. Okay, one thing here. Do not bend your arm again. Let me do that again. Step, 2 hands. Turn. Do not bend. here, cut. Questions on that one?
Were there a few times where you actually bumped the back of the sword before you turned?
So I did that to exaggerate how your hands are moving. And they're going up the middle in both directions after the chopping cuts. This is a short chopping, so if you have your sword out there, all I'm doing is hitting your sword, pop out of the way. That's all I'm doing, okay? But your hands need to work together. I did this so you guys would see what I was doing. Okay, here, this is what your hands should be doing. 1, 2. Okay, it should be your left hand in that position. This is your pivot point right here. Left hand. 1, 2. Okay, so it's the same going back. All right. Okay, we're on to a harder one now.
This is my favorite.
Chil Bun. See Chil Bun. All right, Koryo. Gumbup. Pal Bun. You don't have to go there yet, just to draw.
Yes, sir.
Dado says okay.
Is the sword straight back?
No, 45.
45.
So is it either stand?
No, I Dado says.
Davis.
Okay. This one has gone through, you can relax.
I think you can't please say anything.
That's okay. So, Drise, we've been doing for a long time. This one has gone through a couple iterations where it used to be, so the issue is, what is the most right stance for the cut that you're making? And really, in my opinion with this is, Drise is the most technical position for this type of a cut because your weight is coming back and across. Stepping all the way back doesn't feel like I have all the strength behind the sword. However, it's being taught right now as a data set. That's what we're going to do. Okay? So we're going to step back. Ayo! 45 here, don't go all the way back. It's too bad for your shoulder, right? So this right here. Now, because you're already in a data set, you don't need to transition. If you step back into a deep Drise, then your front foot's going to go forward and you're going to transition. From here, just drop, high guard. Head set. Okay, go to your high guard. Okay. Step around, back stance, cut. Show me your next move. Look sword straight out of the center. All right, show me the next move. Okay, relax. All right. 1, 2. All right. 1. Same time. Okay, instead of block and then cut. 1, 2. All right, now next move. Do not bend your arm again. Okay? So when you turn, don't go like this. Just turn the sword over and come across. Your eye direction happens to be that way. Towards the wall. Okay? So we were here, when we're here, we're here. Drop, turn, cut. Back stance. We're going to make the blocking and the cutting motion together. So here, up, cut. If you're explaining this to somebody, then yes, of course, 1, 2. Live action. 1, 2. Okay? Then right hand's going to come across your chest because you don't have a Jeep to grab with your right hand. And cut. Eyes there. Drop. Step. Deose. Cut. This is a Deose. Awesome. Deose. Long stance.
Do we go to high block and then down, or straight down?
So we went here. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That doesn't go to McArther usually.
This is a cut. High guard.
Okay.
Okay.
High guard's the data section.
High guard is in data say. So is that cut is in data say.
Oh,
That's in Dago say. Yes, it is. It's the same argument that I have on the first move. Okay? So this is natural. Would feel like stepping down. And then you would go forward. The way we're going right now is 1, 2, 3. Okay? Shuffle back a little bit. Okay, next cut, show me. All right, go back one more time. Let me see one more time, please. John, is that correct, John?
Yes, sir.
Take your sword and go up a little bit. Correct.
Thank you, sir.
Go. Okay, relax. All right, now, this, as I said earlier, this is attack position. So when you go make a cut from here, your sword does not go back. It stays from here, here. You're already there. So no movement in the sword. Do not chamber back, even if it's part way. Just go from here and cut. Okay? Next move. Go.
Oh, I also.
Messed up when you go slow, isn't it? Let's go. High, high, cut, step, kick, step, cut.
It's,
Okay.
we don't cut anymore. I was gonna do the version of cutting my leg, then I stepped up. And
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, cut. Okay. Step, thrust. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I was wrong. I'm sorry.
going slow.
You didn't floor it.
It feels better that way.
That's better. Now we're off.
Do we?
Yeah, there's a minute mark in there.
Okay, okay.
You do something to feel right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. What's that? Cut. And then one more step. You don't have to No, it's like sometimes my brain shuts off. Okay. 1, 2, kick, cut, block, thrust, block, cut, cut, cut. Let's do it again.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That is what it is.
That's right.
Cut, block, kick, cut, step, block, step, thrust, block, cut, block, cut, block, cut. Everybody good there? Let's do it again. Make sure we're all on the same page here. Oh, it's your first time?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Yeah, that's rough, especially when the instructor really makes it hard
No,
for you.
this is awesome, sir.
Okay, high. From here, cut, step, kick, cut, step, block, step, thrust. 1, 2. 1. Did I mess it up again?
Yes,
I did.
step.
Thank you. As soon as I did, it took 2 minutes. 1, 2, cut, down. 1, 2. 1, 2, cut again. Then step and cut again. All good now?
And I'm correct when I tell people when they do these not to bounce.
Yeah, you
They
should
have a
be.
tendency sometimes to
So, when you're going up the middle, so when you're going here doing these 1, 2, your head should be going right. 1, 2.
Thank you, sir.
And you should be staying in the same position.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, high guard, let's do one more back. High, cut. Step and block, kick, cut. Step and block, chamber, thrust. Cut, block, cut, block, cut. Good? All right, turn. This is going to be a dado-say, cut. Dado-say.
Is it a full cut?
It's a full cut.
Yeah, I've been teaching that after.
And with this dado-say, your heel can be up a little bit, so when you turn, cut, and then you're going to step, cut. Turn, cut. Turn, cut. No step on that one, sir. Let's do those sections again. Dado-say, cut. Turn your blade, step a little over, cut. Now rotate your blade counterclockwise and turn and cut. And step and cut.
I'm not stepping forward, I'm stepping out.
Just a little bit out.
Like out of the way of the sword? Is that
Out of the way and kind of think about the momentum. You're stepping into the cut.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, left, chop. Same move as we did before on Yuk. Chop and cut. Step and cut. Step, chop. Hey! Hey! This is a 2-footer again. So when you step, don't go 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 1, 2. Okay? And you're cut. All right, now we're going to step underneath their cut, under and upper. Drop, turn, cut. Turn, back stance, block. We're going to step back into a back stance. Cut. Block, step, cut. High guard. Front foot's going to go forward. Transition from the back to the front. And then one hand.
Sir, I have a question. This is, you explained this earlier, but I'm asking if it's broad. Do I try to keep my hands always a pretty firm grip across the board there? Or are there scenarios where you're gonna have this loose grip?
It's a good question. There are scenarios where you're going to have to transition the grip due to the position or process that you're going through. But when you're doing the high block for sure, when you're in a blocking position like that, you can't have this loose.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they've got to be tight right there.
Okay.
There are times when we're making a movement between the sword or rotating, and we have to adjust that grip around. Okay,
Okay.
But during that hard block at the beginning, that's the one that I was catching you guys on. That should be a tight.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, guard rank. I need one.
Sir.
All right, Paul,
Yes, sir.
do you know it yet?
Yes. That was the one before that. You tested it.
Oh, okay. All right. And you know it. I saw your test. Okay. You don't know this one.
Not at all, sir.
Tell me your story again.
Oh, this is the rule?
Yes, this is good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I broke it
he
once.
broke his shoulder when we were practicing from last Monday.
Oh, nice.
She did it again.
Teach you how to roll correctly
Yeah.
after that.
He gives it like 100% in class.
That's good.
Yes.
Except when you break something.
Yeah,
Are you guys all good rollers? Except for your shoulder.
I'm having to restrain myself. I think I did it.
Yeah, no.
Good.
So when you guys practice this at your dojang, do you use your
Oh yeah,
you use jeeps or you use kayaks?
we start out with nothing, and then we use locums, and then we use beat transition.
2 moments.
Yeah,
Two
I start out with like
moments.
one locum, and then I do 2 locums, and then when they're comfortable, we switch.
Foam swords are another good move.
Sir.
Oh,
Use foam sword, and then you can just watch to see if the sword hits the mat or not. That way nobody's breaking anything. I do that before you even the locum. Set a foam sword and give a locum. Okay. All right.
if you could talk through the roll, that might be helpful.
See what I can do. See what I can do.
Yes, sir.
She's still working on it.
I'm definitely still working on it.
So this one is where even seasoned black belts will struggle with this role. And dealing with the Kagum, dealing with the Jeep, not putting two hands on the mat. Even Master Lee, and he's demoing this for me, he'll use two hands on the roll. As you get older, it's going to get harder to not do that, but we'll try to get through that. Okay, let's go through it. Chuya, Chubi, show me your draw. Go.
Ready?
All right, good, relax. So, probably since the last time this should be a full data set. Full data set where you come around. So 1, 2, and where you should be right there. Okay, then you're gonna transition up and do it again. Okay, here we go.
Very first one, this one is Jansen and then so
This should be a full
That front sits.
data set.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Next time.
Hey!
All right. Now, without standing too much up, okay, transition over and step back and do it again. All right, now here's the rub. And this is how people started doing J&Cs. When you're in a J&C here, doing the roll is easy, firm. Now when you're here, this is harder. Because this is out in front of you, whereas before, your foot's pulled back and you can drop your weight forward. When you're in this position, it's a little tougher. So what I suggest you do is pull this leg in as your sword's coming in here so you can get into this position right here. Pull this over. Okay? Then make this shoulder down, pulling your sword, jeeps across, swords across. Cross, drop, come up on the left leg. If you guys can get there, go. When you come up, your sword's not going to be here. It's going to be here because that's where you were holding it. So you have to learn to go over and then make your thrust in there. Okay?
Is that rough?
Switch here, transition to the other side, and thrust out.
A lot of stuff I'm thinking about.
Yep.
Okay, well, ask away.
No, it's things in my body.
Okay.
How am I going to position this and go there? And I've done the roll before. I mean, I tested on it. I could do it.
When you come up, you're rolling, you're going to come up, your sword's still going to be like this, right? So you can't just go like this. You have to make this position right here. Roll, bring your sword over.
I'm doing it, I just don't know how I'm getting through.
You're
done, but I don't know how.
You're getting there.
Okay.
I somehow end up like when I roll,
Roll.
it's already here.
I end up there too, usually.
Mine's coming up on the right hand, and then over. So one of the things that I see,
My barrel roll.
so start to do that again. Do your full. So, and it's nothing wrong. So
That's your shoulder.
you're going from here, and you're coming up and down. Whereas what I'm doing is coming right in right here.
Yes, sir.
It's the difference in how you're setting up. And I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. That's why you're coming up
I see.
one way and I'm coming up the other way.
I see.
Okay?
So am I doing the same as him then?
I didn't see you do the actual roll. I just saw you come up.
Okay.
You're good. That's fine. And you're kind of doing the same thing. You guys are tucking the sword into the backside, and you're coming down and rolling like this.
I'm pretty sure I taught them all.
Yeah.
And I'm coming across. Okay? And the reason I'm coming across is because that's the way I teach it so people don't bust their for a sword. What you guys are doing is fine. As long as you can come up and the sword you chamber and it comes from this side for the thrust, and you don't come up and try to go, some way to place it in the middle. You gotta come up and shoot it.
Do you teach an alternative to the roll?
I teach an alternative to the roll. Yeah, I just have them shuffle. 1, 2.
Which is kind of what we do in class with our honors and that's
Some people can't do that. I have a girl that was in a bad car wreck last year. She's all messed up. She could not, probably never be able to do that roll. Okay.
Trust it.
All right. Well, let's do it again. From the beginning, and then we'll get through. We got this one more, and then a couple like before we can kind of zip through, right? Okay. Chop!
Hey!
Left leg up, turn around, step back, cut, and roll.
Hey!
Left hand, cut. Siri, stop. Use your left hand. Hey Siri, stop. Swing back around, cut. You get a back stance to snap there. Okay, from your back stance, you're going to swing up like you're going to go into high guard and then make a cut. Step and block. Kick, step, step, cut. Step back, Deo, strike. You hit with the butt of the sword. Step and cut. Step and block. Kick, step, step and cut. Step, Deo, strike. You're going to need a Deo there. You can hang your heel up a little bit in the back.
Is this a looser grip, or should I keep that real strong grip?
This one should be tight. This one you're going to have to adjust a little bit to reach.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
don't go, open up.
Yes, sir.
Hit. Cut. Chamber. Soto say thrust. Turn clockwise. One step, all the way around. Step again. I'm going to hit that wall. Step again, come all the way around. You're right there.
Is that a bent elbow or an unbent elbow?
Unbent.
The whole thing?
The whole time. Clear the room.
Interesting.
Okay, you're not necessarily like cutting any hard objects. You have a bunch of attackers around you. Clear the room. Clear the space. Okay? Let's go in from the thrust. Step around, clear the room. Right out to the side. Drop. Step around, cut. Back stance. 7 o'clock block. Tip at 12 o'clock, bottom at 7. All right, the next move is a cut. You are cutting their throat. Step and cut. Step, step, and cut.
I have a question, sir. Are they both hands up?
No. No. So this one is like a, when you do this move, you're going to just kind of transition 1, 2. But your other hand is not like Sa Bun where you're making a hard move. Okay? So when you, here, this is like a, like I said, a transition. So you're not going to go 1, 2. It's not really necessary for this. 1, cut, cut.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense? All right. Does everybody understand what you're doing there? All right. So he makes either a right or a straight cut. I block. 2 hands for the block. And then here's what I'm doing. I'm stepping in and I'm cutting across the throat. That's the move that you're doing right there. Okay? So it's a real quick. Windpipe down the middle.
Are you turning your blade like that? Just a simple.
For the block. There. There. Okay, the blade needs to always match the angle of your cut. Okay, and again, this is not a hard thing. If you guys, I mean, honestly, if you taught it, if you taught it and you had people do this, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay?
On that video, he does it also slow, so it's sometimes hard to know he's doing. He does this and then this.
Yeah.
So
He's letting his hands go.
right.
Full speed, all you're doing is
This
so
is
it's just a little tip across the windpipe.
Yes, sir.
That's all you're doing right there. Okay? So make sure that you do get the cut in now. Get that cut in. Alright? When you end, you're in a soto say. This is a full deep cut all the way through the body. Okay, full deep cut all the way through the body. Then we're going to turn and we're blocking at 5 o'clock. Now, if you're left-handed, this is your favorite one. For the rest of us, this one's really odd, right? So you're going to have to use your left hand to pull and come across. So left hand, turn and cut, step, step, and full side was hang on the cut. Let's do that again. 5 o'clock. Turn, cut, step, step, cut. All right. Show me the next. John, don't worry about this part. Next move, I want to see how you guys are going. Okay, pretty good. Make your cut here. Do a full step, then a shuffle, and then around. Okay, so the footwork's going to be like this. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. First one's a full step. Full step. Shuffle step. Full step. Then left leg. Full step. Full step. So you're going to be in soto say.
All the way across?
Step. So, soto say. 1, 1, 2. Just do a skip in the middle. 1, now skip.
Should I match my hand with
Yes.
the... Okay.
When you end in your dado say here, you should have this already, you should be coming back around right here. Drop this in.
You keep doing steps.
You guys can practice that.
Practice that one.
Thank you.
I'll take a
Are you good on that one?
I am. I just need some more. Thank you.
All right.
You don't have to calculate
So that one overall, it's not a bad form. Obviously the roll's tough. We used to have jumps in where those throat cuts used to be. Those used to be jumping front kicks, and then cut. That was taken out maybe,
that. It was about 8 years ago.
I say 10 years maybe. Something
Yeah,
like
it was like,
Right before I...
it was like, he started with me, and then after about a year, he got to like orange belt, and then all forms changed. So,
that. We've been on the same set of forms since then. There's been little tweaks here and there, even match the lead. We'll admit that in the video there are some things that are not quite exactly the way that we're doing it, but it'll get you close enough. So, okay? All right, questions on that one? Goo Bun is pretty easy, I think. Goo Bun's pretty easy. Let's do Goo Bun, and then we'll get some, we have probably just enough time to go through by the forms. Probably not real detail, okay? All right. Goo Bun is going to draw just like E Bun, so make the draw. Hey! All right, from here we're going to step, step, cut. Step, step, rise and cut. Now, do not bend your arm. Step, cut. Step, step, cut. Step, step, rise and cut. Step, turn and cut. Step, step, cut. Step out, cut. You should be a dado say. Okay, 1, 2. Left cut, right cut. 2 hand block, single hand, you're looking that way, cut.
Is this a fun stance to
So
the
like
back of the
dado say.
class?
So like dado say.
Where does it
so,
That way.
to the corner.
Okay, so you're going into a dado say. 1, 2. Okay, tuck, come up. I'm sorry, go ahead. The other side.
First data mistakes and all like,
Yeah, it's a-
first
so-
thing, so.
It's like that way, but you're looking this way. But you're not, maybe the angles aren't as much, right? Because your body's still this direction. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, now pull the sword to your back. Bring your right hand to your left hand to your right shoulder and come out here. All right, take your left hand to your Jeep. Pull your Jeep across your body. Pull your Jeep across your body. Take your sword and bring it in. Okay, do not jump like this with the blade down. Bring it in. Here, under. block, cut, arcing cut, across. Everybody good with that? Cut. Step, step, cut. Chamber for overhand, thrust, turn, step, step, cut. Chamber for overhand thrust, turn, step, step, cut. Step out, about 45 degrees right here. Across, back stance, single hand straight out in front. You want one more step, sir. Back stance.
Sorry, am I correct? I've been teaching this fast,
Two.
slow, or all fast.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if this is correct. I've been teaching that fast and slow, or should that all be fast?
So it's all fast except it's controlled at the tip. So after you make this cut, 1, 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you don't have to go that, but it's also not like
Yes, sir.
1, 2. Yeah, that's pretty good right here.
Back stance.
Back stance.
Cat stance.
Which should be back stance. 1, 2, back stance. 1, 2, back stance. Turn your blade over. Sweep down. Push up. This is a block. So make a knife hand. Put on your blade. This is a tiger stance, cat stance. Push up. Push and step. Push and step. Push. Cut. Turn. That is an arc cut. Come around. Arc. Arch. Down. 1, 2.
Is it to the side? I've been teaching over the head. Yes, sir.
Is it like another deflector?
Here.
It's
This
the
is,
one
this,
shape.
this is butt shape. It's the same motion as Sa Bun. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Yes, sir.
1, 2. Good. 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 How we doing on time, Mr. Asbeck?
256.
Ooh, very close here. Which is more important to you? NATO or Singam?
Sing gum, you need sing gum?
That would
You can show you need them.
Yeah. I'd say
I
so.
have, we've been practicing.
Actually, the third one's the winner.
You want one round?
Yeah.
Let's do Singam and then one round. Everybody join in.
From this whole.
There's not enough room. I would do 2 in front and you guys in front, and then they can follow in back. To be Carlo. Ayo! This one the handles is not going to fall. Out, cut. High guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next move breaks all the rules of blocking in Gumdo. You're going to step on a block with the edge of the sword. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tip down. Round. Cut. Step back. Cut.
It feels like black belt.
Chamber. 1, 2. Block. Cut. Around your body. Step and cut. step back, and cut. Outside, cut. 1, 2, 3. Push. Cut. Ayo! Hey!
Hey! Hey!
It's like your
Draw return.
Oh, this one.
Okay. Is that the usual draw return if you're super low? Is that just when you usually do that?
It's just the
For this, okay.
On the edge or so.
Yeah,
It's-
because
it's basically-
did it when we were low.
the return
Oh,
has the
this
same
is
type
what
of ending.
Or this, I guess.
one, two. Ayo!
So it's all closed.
Close back.
And then should
And then you're on.
yes, sir.
Okay.
It's 1, 2, 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Lock. Cut. Figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay? You okay with that? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright, are you sure you're okay on that?
Sir.
Okay. All right. We'll never be it for today. We'll do it. We need another day where we just do black.
We won't be. Unless we test it before
Yes,
that.
yes, yes. I say,
All right. Ayo!
Hey!
Block down, then up. Cut, block up. Cut, chamber. Thrust. Chamber. Dado safe, the heel up is fine, no problem. Underneath. Step. Side kick. Down. Cross cut. Straight on. Guard. Step back. Thrust. Step. Cut. Single hand.
sir. And here's the part where I'm not totally sure what he's doing with it yet, because he's a
Kick.
little black. Thank you, sir.
Kick. Cut. That's a disarm right there.
Yes, sir.
Hit. 1, 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand?
Sir.
Then under. Side kick. Down. Cut. Guard. Thrust. Down. Kick. Cut. Under. You guys go back here in a second.
Yes, sir.
Cut 1. Cut 2. 3. 4. 5. 1, 2. Ayo!
That was true.
Yeah, it's just the disarm. Just hit the sword out of the way.
Yes, sir.
That's the third black belt.
Just hit. All right. Let's line it up. Questions today. We covered a bunch of stuff. Can you guys trust each other to make sure you're each got the keep each other straight and talk about it. And you guys have to. He's the instructor. He's done a really good job with this. So give him a hand. He's done a great job. Especially the last time we've been together was when you tested. I think. So that's been a while. So you guys are keeping it pretty strong. But it's easy to get just one way or the other.
There's things I forget to make correct.
I'm human too. And I do this, this is my life. This is all I do. And there's times just like today. Your brain kind of checks out. You need somebody to go, oh, and then it clicks back in. Okay? So work together, upper belts, support one another. And don't be afraid to be corrected by somebody else. Hey, sir, it's supposed to be, oh yeah, thanks. And make it right for everybody else. Okay? I think most part you guys, the drift wasn't too far off, just some little stuff. The big thing I'll tell you guys, and we're older except him. I don't know how old you are.
Thank you, sir.
You might not be old, but he's young. Your stances go a long way to making gumbo. Okay? You can be really good with the sword motion, but if you stand like a twig, it looks like you're swinging the sword around standing like a twig. It doesn't look like you have any solid foundation underneath you. Taekwondo, you can get away with that because you're upright, punching and kicking and stuff. But Gumdo, you have to have. I mean, if you don't have a solid foundation, you're going to look wildly. The sword's not going to have power. So don't be afraid to get your legs tired. Don't be afraid to make some deep stances. Okay? It'll make the form look better, and it'll give power to your overall technique. It'll make you tired, but so what? Okay? The other thing that, and we don't have time for this. This is like we need to know this the rest of the afternoon. If you guys are not doing this, have a night where it's complete quiet at your school, no talking whatsoever, and listen to everybody's cut. Even Gumbup Il Bun. Just listen to people's cuts. You'll hear a good cut. You guys know when you make a good cut. It sounds. There's also going to be people in a room that are going to sound flat, and you need to let them know that it sounds flat, not to make them feel bad about it, so that they can work on correcting it. Because you can't cut anybody if you hit them with the side of the sword. It doesn't work. Okay? So if you have young kids in there, especially you guys who got a kids class, kids notoriously have a hard time figuring this piece out right here because it's really minute. So they think they're doing awesome, but it doesn't. The angle of the sword doesn't match the angle of the cut, so it's going to sound flat to them. It's going to sound flat to you guys. So listen and help them find that sweet spot, and then they can remember how their hand is when they make that. Okay. All right. What's that?
I have a messed up sword though. Like I really have to put some behind it to make a noise.
Oh, you got a wild one?
It's there.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Now turn it on its side. Okay.
All right.
So you need to be looking for that first sound that's crisp. And I've been doing this a long time, and there's still days I'll be out here doing it, and if I'm not fully engaged, if I'm watching other people on the floor, I go to make a cut and it'll sound flat, and I'll have to remember get plugged back in and get that cut in there, because it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. You can run through all this stuff, and you can even have your sword sideways the entire time, and you can walk out thinking, I just did a great job at Gumdo, and you didn't cut anything. And if this was a real situation where you had to defend your life against somebody with another sword, I think that's going to happen. Or pretending you lost the game. Right? You didn't cut them, they cut you and you're dead. Okay?
Do you have a question on line cutting?
On what?
So on line cutting, so on the forms, it always starts from the side.
Yes.
The line cutting, do that follow that, or should we still be switching?
You still switch during the line. Okay, so the reason in Gumbup you always thrust from the left side is because that's your strong side. Your left hand chambers to the left naturally, and you can thrust. That's the way we do it. When we do the line drills, I teach you to do it from the front side. I don't care which leg is in front, so that when you step in, you're chambering back, and then you can thrust with the back leg. So it goes to the front side regardless of where you're at. Okay?
I've had questions on that, so
Gumbup always follows the left side. The line drills, you need to already be able to do it from both sides. And just come across your body for that. Okay? Any other questions? Alright? Churya. Cookie, hey, kunye. Oro. Alright, everybody. Line it up. Let's shake it out. Good job today. Thanks for coming. Good job, good job. Good job. Good job, guys. Pleasure finally meeting everybody. Good job.
Oh,
Good
sorry.
job. Keep up the good practice, everybody. Good work.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to shake your hand. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. You guys are, we'll try to find another time and do it again.
Yes, sir.